Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today I am going to show off my personal collection of Penguin Cygnus petrol lighters. Collecting vintage lighters may at times seem like a solitary undertaking, but if you are a member of a club such as the OTLS, on the lighter side cigarette lighter collectors club, then you always have folks who are just waiting for you to share the very objects that you are so excited to acquire. So if you're not a member of that group, you might get over there to Facebook and check them out. They do have a Facebook page. Better yet, they have a website where if you are a member, then you have access to log in. You can see the archives of the newsletter going all the way back to the 1980s when the club was originated and formed. I had mentioned in a recent video that I had something in the works to display my personal collection of lighters. So when I got that deployed yesterday and got the lighters all set up in it, and it's not all ready yet, but the Cygnus portion of it was all ready to go, and so I thought it was all ready to go. Turned out when I posted that picture on the OTLS page, Facebook page yesterday, I had left the table model out. But anyway, what you're seeing here is the current state of my personal collection of Cygnus petrol lighters. As I stated on the Facebook OTLS page, these are not all branded Penguin, nor are they branded Cygnus. There are a few that are branded otherwise, but they all belong in the collection, and I believe they probably all came from the same factory. This first lighter that we have been looking at in the background is a silver tone ribbed model, similar to this second one that is advertising Pacific Transport Lines, with two colors of paint marked Cygnus on the bottom. The first one I have the box for. It's the only one that I have the original box for, and that first one is also brand new. This lighter was definitely not new. This next one is advertising for Tidewater Oil Company, flying a truck stop, Portland, Maine, September 1963. It is marked Penguin Cygnus with the patent number. Not only does it have the spare flint compartment, but as all the Ronson collectors are always asking for, as you can see, it has the gasket or the fuel seal still fully intact. They don't all have the gasket and they don't all have the spare flint container, but most of them do have both, and the vast majority of them have the gasket on these Penguin Cygnus, at least the Penguin Cygnus here in my collection, my little collection of 15 lighters. This one is probably my favorite. Emerald green with gold furniture or gold embellishments, or I'm not sure what the right word would be. Accents maybe would be the better word. Gold snuffer, gold fuel screw, gold roller. It is marked Penguin Cygnus with the patent number and also Japan. It is finished pretty well, and the anodizing on it is, the vast majority of it still intact. I think there is one small chip down on the bottom right of that front side there, but not too bad at all. And here I just said that one was my favorite, and in reality this one may be my favorite. I'm not sure who the artist is. I'm 99% sure that is Mount Fuji, or a depiction of Mount Fuji with some sort of dwellings or buildings in the foreground. That is the sea. I believe that kite looking thing depicts a sail. a viewer informed me of that back when I published the individual video for this lighter. It is also well used, and you can see it is simply marked Cygnus on the base with the patent number. No other markings, but it does have plenty of wear, both to the aluminum finish and also to the paint. You can see that it's missing some paint off the bottom front there, and also from the top of the paint on the back. This next lighter I was very excited to find. It was bought in a group with several other lighters, unidentified as to what it was. And I know these lighters are not that sought after by most collectors, but still, one so remarkable with all this engraving, to just see it laying in a group of, I don't know, a half a dozen to a dozen other lighters, and the seller basically just deciding he was going to let this one go at whoever's whim, and whoever happened to see it by his marginal description just dumbfounded me. This is one of the coolest lighters that I have ever found in a group of other lighters. Unidentified, as I said. It's just a little bit different search and a different hunt, and a little bit different adrenaline rush sometimes when you find something that way, as opposed to the description and everybody else. It's out there in the open. Everyone knows what they're bidding on. Anyway, different styles, different ways that things are listed, and different ways that you have to interact with them. This is the first of 3 that are not marked Penguin or Cygnus. This one is marked Cornwall Slimline. It is gold anodized, gold tone. I'm not sure what the proper word for that is. It has a Greek or Egyptian motif on one side. There you can see the base, Japan, Cornwall Slimline. It does have some wear to the base of it. A hobnail pattern on the back. And you can see there again, the fill screw is intact with its gasket and spare flint compartment. I believe that was advertised when I bought it. I bought this one from the eBay seller Lighter Source, and I think he had it listed as Greek souvenir lighter. This one is marked Le Briquet et Cie, made in Japan. And as I said, it is one of 3 that I have that are marked otherwise, but I really have no other reference for this other than a few that I have seen on other auction sites with this brand and watches integrated into the side of them. This particular model is a sort of rose gold tone. I'm not sure how well that will show up in the video. I believe you can see it at least well enough to see there is a difference between it and the gold tone and the silver tone. It is marked Prince, made in Japan, with a different patent number than all of the models marked Penguin Cygnus have on them. It does have its gasket, but no spare flint compartment. It either didn't have one or was missing. Then I have another plain ribbed silver tone marked Cygnus only on the fill screw. And I have toyed with the idea of selling this one. The reason I have not is that the roller is different than the roller on my brand new silver tone Cygnus. So I don't know what the variations were, if there was any kind of rarity to one over the other. I also have this same variation in the short silver tone model. Some of the other hardware is different as well. with it being plated on some models and bare brass on others, or maybe perhaps it has simply worn off on the others. We will come around to the 4 miniature ones. This black tone is marked Super Cygnus, which is very hard to see through the black anodized finish. The gold tone fill screw is marked Cygnus with the patent number. Below the fill screw you can see another number of some sorts. I can't remember what it was. There have been individual videos for all of these lighters, so if you have any questions you can go and look those individual videos up. I also have a playlist for how to repair vintage Penguin Cygnus Petrol lighters. Anything you would need to do, you can go over there and find in one playlist. These are the two that I was referring to, the two short silver tone that are the same except for the rollers. One has the cross-hatched and the other one has just the straight striations going down the length of the roller. This is the only short model that I have owned that had advertising on it. It has the fill screw completely intact with gasket and spare flint compartment, and the, I believe, two-tone paint advertising for Victory Optical, which is only along the spine, the back spine of the lighter. But it does have the words Victory Optical along with the logo, so that's very cool. That's one of the more prized lighters in this little collection of mine. Then, as I said, I forgot this one when I posted on the OTLS group yesterday. The table model for Brothers Sewing Machine Corporation of Pennsylvania, which is still in business. Until next time.